There's this one question that's been keeping me up at night, and it goes like this. If this is all a simulation, does anything actually matter? Let me explain. This question popped into my head recently after watching the film Everything Everywhere All at Once. Spoiler alert for those who haven't seen it yet, which I'm guessing is most of you since it's not exactly a blockbuster. The movie is about a Chinese-American woman who discovers she has the ability to connect with versions of herself across the multiverse. And through these connections, she uncovers a vast conspiracy involving an evil corporation and a war between different universes. Ultimately, it's a story about finding meaning and connection in a world that can often feel cold and meaningless. And while I don't want to spoil the ending for those of you who do plan on watching it, let's just say that the concept of reality is called into question. The film makes you wonder whether the world you think you're living in is really all there is. And if so, then what is the point of any of it? Now, I've always been fascinated by the simulation hypothesis, which basically says that our entire reality is nothing more than a computer simulation created by a more advanced civilization. It's a popular idea in science fiction and has even been explored by some scientists as a possible explanation for the strange behavior of our universe. But until recently, I'd never really thought about how a simulated reality would affect the meaning of life. I mean, if we're all just characters in some kind of cosmic video game, then what is the point of anything? Why bother striving for greatness if it's all just a bunch of ones and zeros? Why bother making the world a better place if it's all just a dream? And why bother trying to understand the nature of reality if we're all just being watched by some kind of malevolent AI? But then I realized something. Even if this is all just a simulation, that doesn't mean that nothing matters. In fact, it might mean quite the opposite. You see, if we're all just characters in a simulation, then it means that we're all connected in a way that we can't even imagine. We're all part of the same story, the same narrative that is being played out across the multiverse. And that means that every choice we make, every action we take, every word we say, it all matters. Because if this is all a simulation, then we are the only ones who can change it. We are the only ones who can make the story go in a different direction. Now, of course, this doesn't mean that we should go around willy-nilly, changing things just for the sake of it. I'm not suggesting that we should try to break the simulation, or that we should try to become some kind of simulation-breaking messiah. What I'm suggesting is that we should try to be better people, because if this is all a simulation, then we have the opportunity to create a meaningful story for ourselves. We can choose to be heroes, to be kind, to be compassionate, to be loving, even in the face of a meaningless and indifferent universe. Because if this is all a simulation, then the only meaning we will ever find is the meaning we create for ourselves. So here's my answer to that question that's been keeping me up at night. If this is all a simulation, then it means that everything does matter. It means that our choices matter, our actions matter, our words matter. It means that we have the power to create a meaningful story for ourselves, even in a meaningless and indifferent universe. So thank you for listening.